In this video, I'm going to be reviewing the art book from a movie that I love so much that I actually have a framed poster of it hanging on my living room wall. Hey guys, Craig here, back for another installment of Art Book Review. And this month's book review is going to be on the Art of Moana. Let's check it out. I love this movie. In fact, it's probably one of my top 3 favorite animated movies of all time. The reason that I love it so much is because it's very difficult to keep an audience emotionally invested in one character's journey throughout an entire movie, especially in animation. Now, there are some great supporting characters as well as comic relief in this movie. Characters like Maui, Heihei, the Kakamora, and especially Tamatoa. But at no time does the story ever deviate away from Moana's journey. There are only a handful of animated movies that were ever able to achieve this over the past 4 decades. Right off the top of my head, I would say An American Tail and Charlotte's Web, and that's going way back. So as far as the storyline and overall character development go, I think Disney did an amazing job on this movie. Another thing that I love about it is that they based the story around one particular culture and stayed true to it in every single aspect of the artwork. If you look through this book, every single piece of artwork is steeped in Polynesian design. Even with Moana herself, the character artist could have easily defaulted to the safe and time-tested Disney princess look. You know, big eyes and perfect little pointed nose that have been pretty much the makeup of every Disney princess since the beginning of time. But instead, they stayed true to the realistic Polynesian facial features like the wider nose and the fuller lips, and as a result, ended up creating a Disney princess that depicts the true beauty of Polynesian women. And in turn, probably created one of the most original and memorable Disney princesses of all time. And when it comes to the child version of Moana, you gotta give credit to Disney artists. They definitely know how to do cute. Now, if you're a fan of Polynesian artwork, you're definitely going to get your money's worth in this book because it's everywhere. But where it's most impressive is in Maui's tattoos. Pixar is known for pushing the envelope when it comes to trying new things in animation. I mean, they're always trying to one-up their competition. But making the decision to put intricate tribal tattoos on a character that is extremely animated and then deciding that it would be a great idea to animate those tattoos themselves is pure genius and ballsy. The personalities that they gave to many of these characters are incredible. Grandma Tala's I don't give a crap attitude is hilarious. And Tamatoa's personality is ripped right out of the Rocky Horror Picture Show. I'm not sure who the actor was that voiced him, but he was definitely channeling his inner Tim Curry when he did it. And you have to give it up to the animators of this movie. Some of the most hilarious characters don't even speak a single word throughout the entire movie. That is a sign of good animation. And you can't talk about Moana without mentioning the scenery. The environments in this movie are amazing. I mean, the Pacific Islands are beautiful in real life as it is, so to be able to capture that beauty in 3D cartoons and do it justice is not an easy feat. The color palettes and lighting in this movie are incredible. I don't know where you're from, but that's not what the beaches look like where I live. You'd have to add an industrial plant, some algae overgrowth, as well as a few dozen overflowing garbage cans before it started to resemble the beaches where I live. I also like the fact that this movie covers such an extreme spectrum of environments. I mean, the beaches are incredible, but then you have the realm of monsters, which really has a Pandora feel to it. And towards the end of the movie, when Moana has to face Taka, the environment artists are able to give you a good sense of the volcanic action that's actually present in the Pacific Islands. And that last scene where Moana restores the heart of Te Fiti, that is hands down my favorite scene in the movie. The way they shot that is incredibly moving. I mean, the scene just prior to it, when Moana tells the ocean to let Taka across, is filled with explosions, violence, and noise. But then as soon as the water parts, they silence all of the background noise and replace it with what can only be described as a siren song, as Moana sings to Taka, who is about to become Te Fiti again. And what's best is that they run it in slow motion. That scene is brilliant. I can skip the entire movie and just watch that scene and it gives me chills every time. It's that good. I wouldn't say that The Art of Moana is necessarily one of the best art books as far as education goes. It's more of an inspirational book. The reason I like this book so much is simply because it reminds me of just how incredible this movie actually is, and that's why it's in my library. There you have it, folks. Another amazing art book, The Art of Moana. And if you want to add this book to your own personal library, I have an affiliate link to it in the description below. Also, be sure to let me know in the comment section below what your favorite art books are, because I am always on the lookout for new inspiration. If you'd like to see more of my art book reviews, I'll have a link to my art book review playlist at the end of this video. And if you're new to my channel and you're not quite sure what it's all about, then be sure and check out my playlist on how to monetize your hobby. You can find a link to it right here. Until next time, take care.